about this and why.
None of your business.
Call the cops.
No, call the cops?
Yeah, this is not your apartment.
It's not my apartment.
Yes.
Cool. I don't need to tell you anything.
Do you have an ID on you, maybe?
I don't need to tell you what I'm doing.
Say hello to this Karen mom and Ken son duo who attacked black people in Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah?
Secure buildings.
It's a secure building. Okay, so how do you think I got in here?
We don't know.
Did I follow you in here? Dude, seriously? You attacking me? Seriously?
Get that phone out of your
No.
What the hell's wrong with you? You stupid?
No.
Try something.
Stop
Try
it.
something.
Stop it.
Try something. Go
Get
ahead.
the out of my building.
Try something.
Get the
No,
fuck
I'll
out of my
something.
building.
I'm telling
I'll
you.
call the cops.
Call the
Call the
police.
cops. Call the cops. I
Call
got it
the
on
police.
camera. You attacked me. Call the cops.
I didn't attack the police. I didn't attack
You
you.
didn't attack me? I got it on camera. Call the police right now.
Please.
I'm going to press charges. Go ahead. I'm going to press charges on you. You attacked me.
We
Go ahead.
asked,
I didn't touch you.
why you were here.
All right.
I didn't touch
We
you.
asked.
Brother, I'm recording the whole thing.
Did
you
I touch
literally
you?
swung at me.
We
Are you
asked-
crazy?
What are you doing
None of
here?
your business.
It is our business.
None of
We
your
live
business.
here. It is our
None of your
business.
business.
I live here, dumb.
None of your business.
It is our business.
Just a thought. Maybe leave people the hell alone.
Hello, Bitsy. Bitsy. This is her son here, Edward Brennan. Here's him like 7-8 years ago.
At that Dinesh guy on TikTok did his thing, as he is accustomed to doing. Throw him a follow.
Okay, we're at 4 Academy
What?
Place in River House Apartments. We're in the parking deck. And there's some gentleman down here. We asked him what he was doing down here, and he said it's none of our business. And he's kind of gotten nasty towards us. So we kind of are trying to figure out why this person's in the parking deck. And he will not tell us why he's here. He says it's none of our business.
He's not showing any ID.
He's not, will not show us his ID.
Call
It's
the
a secure
police.
building.
We are.
Call the police.
I'm not security, no.
Per the Daily Dot, according to the uploader, the confrontation took place a little after 8 p.m. while the uploader was working at his job and checking car permits in the parking garage of the River House Apartments in Nashville. While performing a routine parking permit audit on the premises for my employer, the duo confronted me at a nearby elevator, and the first words that came out of the Karen's mouth were, "You don't belong here. How did you get in here?" wrote Johnny Martinez. Martinez said that after he told them he was just doing his job, they demanded to see his identification, prompting him to pull out his camera and start recording. He noted that he not only had his ID around his neck, but was also wearing knee pads and a headlamp.
Like, these people crazy. First, I seen them following me around. I'm over here trying to, figure out what, doing my audits to boot. They're following me around, and I'm like, all right, you know what? Whatever. I was going to head off to one of the other spots that I usually go audit to do the booting. And then I'm walking, and then the lady comes ask me, what are you doing here?
The white woman and man followed Martinez around before the woman allegedly said, "You don't belong here. How'd you get in here?" Martinez said he told her that he was on the premises for his employer, but they didn't believe him. In the video, they press him to explain why he's there, if he lives there, and how he got inside the parking garage. "Mom, stay away from the dangerous man," the white man says during the encounter. At one point, the white man tries to knock the phone out of Martinez's hand, and the two threaten to call the cops. "I'm going to press charges because you attacked me," Martinez says, encouraging the woman to call the police. After the encounter, Martinez said he waited at the property for about 40 minutes for Metro PD. He said that Karen conveniently left out the part where her son assaulted him from the police. However, Martinez said he showed police the video and did file a report. However, to press formal charges, he was told by police that he would have to visit the DA's office and intends to go there. "The racist tropes they use turn me off to engaging them in that way," Martinez wrote in a comment on Reddit. "We hear it all the time. You don't belong here." It's just another way for these people to say, go back to your country, in my experience.
Hands on you, dirty ass, ugly Indian ass. Go back to your country.
Well, ladies and gents, we have a racist in the drive-thru lane at a local CVS. The criminal ferociously roars at the pharmacist just trying to do her job. Karen doesn't like this.
Of course you're gonna be big as lose some weight, you might be happy.
She continually swears at the pharmacist, even telling her to shut up, B-word. She then proceeds to slam her Honda Accord door and takes off.
What happened was I went to go get my medicine at the drive-through CVS. I got in line, I was on the phone with my dad, and the car ahead of me that was at the window started hearing screaming. And so I looked up, this woman was screaming.
TikTok user Rachel Anita, who captured the whole thing, broke it down.
Throwing things at this pharmacist's window, just like being very aggressive. All I said was, hey, come on, can you move along? Right? Just trying to get her to leave, and just stop doing this to this poor pharmacist who's just trying to do her job. And then she said to me something along the lines of, mind your business, this has nothing to do with you. And then what I responded with was, you're wasting my time. So I was trying to make it like more about me rather than about the pharmacist. That's when she came up to my car, and that's when that whole thing ensued. After that, she went back to the car, threw a few more things, yelled a few more things at the pharmacist, and then she did pull away.
One thing she leaves out is Karen yelling at her, dirty ass, ugly Indian ass B-word, go back to your country, which is a racist dog whistle. From Trump crowds
Go back to China.
to terrible people,
Welcome to Oregon. Maybe you
No.
should go back to Philippines where you belong.
and sometimes they just come out and say it because they have seen their knight in shining armor do it, so they follow suit. Suzanne Gamboa tweeted, Latinos have been told for many decades to go back to their country. Many are told, go back to Mexico, even if their heritage is from some other Latin American country, or their family was in parts of what is the U.S. before it became the U.S. It's racist. Grace Seegers wrote, in high school, I was out with a black friend when someone yelled at her to go back to Africa. He did not tell me to go back to Germany. It didn't matter that her family had been in the U.S. longer than mine. That's not the point. Only one of us was seen as American. As CNN reported, the federal government and the court system have deemed variations of the phrase go back to where you came from when used by employees to be discriminatory, cases reviewed by the outlet show. They reviewed a few cases. One of the cases they reviewed, which was in 2007, when the commission sued a company on behalf of a Muslim car salesperson of Indian descent who was repeatedly called Taliban and told that he should just go back where he came from. EEOC also alleged a manager told the defendant, this is America, not the Islamic country where you come from. The Fifth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals sided with EEOC's claim that the salesperson was subjected to a hostile work environment based on his national origin and religion. The court cited the example of use of the phrase several times in rendering its decision. The case is cited on EEOC's website in a section where it specifically lists the comment, go back to where you came from, as an example of potentially unlawful conduct. In another case, EEOC filed a lawsuit against a California hospital on behalf of 70 Filipino-American hospital workers. The hospital workers alleged that they were the targets of harassing comments. Some Filipino-American workers were told they would be arrested if they did not speak English and were told to go back to the Philippines.